Hello and welcome to the English Hustle Podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Maria. We're so glad you're joining us today.
Today, we have a big question to discuss. Is social media bad?
In this episode, we'll explore both the good and bad sides of social media.
That's right. Our goal is to help you understand how social media affects our lives.
Before we dive in, we want you to think about this. How do you feel about social media?
Is it good or bad for you?
Feel free to share your thoughts with us on social media after the episode.
All right, let's get started. First, let's define what social media is.
First, let's define social media. Social media is a collection of websites and applications that allow people to create, share, and exchange information, ideas, and content. Some popular platforms include Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Facebook is where people connect with friends, share photos, and join groups. Instagram is all about sharing photos and videos, often focusing on art, fashion, and travel. Twitter allows users to post short messages called tweets, sharing quick thoughts or news. TikTok is a video platform where users create and share short videos, often with music and special effects.
Now, let's talk about how popular social media is. Many people use social media every day. In fact, billions of people around the world are on it. According to recent surveys, over 3.8 billion people use social media globally. That's almost half of the world's population.
That's amazing. This means that social media plays a big role in how we connect and communicate.
Exactly. It's not just for fun. It can also be a place for learning, sharing stories, and building communities.
Now that we understand what social media is, let's look at the positive aspects of it. One positive aspect of social media is that we can connect with friends and family, no matter where they are. For example, if you move to a new city or country, social media makes it easy to keep in touch with loved ones.
Absolutely. It's also great for sharing important moments. You can post photos of birthdays, vacations, or even just everyday life. Another positive is that social media helps us stay informed. We can find news quickly and easily. Many news organizations share updates on their social media accounts.
And it's not just news. You can learn about different cultures, traditions, and ideas from around the world.
For example, if you want to learn about a festival in another country, a quick search on social media can give you lots of information and visuals.
Social media can also provide support. People can share their experiences and help each other through difficult times. For instance, there are many groups for parents, students, or people facing similar challenges.
Yes. In these groups, members can ask questions, share advice, and offer encouragement.
It's like having a big family online supporting each other no matter where you are.
Let's not forget about creativity. Social media is a wonderful place for self-expression. Many people share their art, music, and ideas. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok have become popular for showcasing talents.
Absolutely. You can discover amazing artists, musicians, and creators from all over the world.
And it's not just professional artists. Everyday people can share their passion and connect with others who enjoy the same things.
So, as we can see, social media has many positive aspects that make our lives richer.
Now, let's take a look at the other side. What are some of the negative aspects of social media?
However, there are downsides to social media. One major concern is mental health. Too much social media can lead to stress, anxiety, and even loneliness.
That's true. Many people compare their lives to the highlight reels they see online. This can make them feel inadequate or insecure.
If we feel like we are not as happy or successful as others, it can negatively impact our mental health.
Another serious issue is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is when people use the internet to hurt or harass others. This can happen through mean comments, spreading rumors, or sharing embarrassing photos.
It's a big problem that affects many young people today. Sometimes people feel braver behind a screen and say things they would never say in person.
Being bullied online can lead to serious emotional distress and may make some people afraid to use social media at all.
Another major concern is misinformation. Social media makes it easy for false information to spread rapidly. A rumor can become viral very quickly.
This can lead to confusion and misunderstanding. For example, misleading health information can cause people to make bad decisions about their well-being.
It's crucial to think critically and verify information before sharing it with others.
Finally, let's talk about addiction. Some people find it really hard to stop using social media. They might spend hours scrolling through their feeds.
This can take away from real-life experiences, like spending time with friends and family or engaging in hobbies.
It can even impact our physical health. For example, spending too much time on screens can lead to less exercise and poor sleep.
So, as we can see, social media has several negative aspects that can affect our well-being.
However, it's important to find a balance. Let's discuss some tips for using social media in a healthy way. So, now that we've discussed the positives and negatives of social media, let's share our personal opinions. I think social media has both good and bad sides. On one hand, I really enjoy connecting with friends and family. It's nice to see what everyone is up to, especially those who live far away. But on the other hand, sometimes I feel overwhelmed by the amount of information and posts. It can be a bit much.
I agree with you, Alex. I also enjoy learning new things online. There are so many interesting articles, videos, and tutorials out there. However, I've noticed that I need to take breaks from screens. Sometimes, I feel like I'm glued to my phone, and it's nice to disconnect and enjoy the real world.
That's a great point, Maria. Finding that balance is important. It's easy to get caught up in scrolling and forget about everything else. Now, we want to hear from you. What about you? How do you feel about social media?
Do you find it helpful, or do you feel overwhelmed sometimes?
We'd love to hear your thoughts. You can share your opinions with us on our social media pages or send us a message.
Your experiences matter, and they can help others understand how to use social media in a healthy way.
Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Now, let's move on to some tips for using social media in a healthier way.
One important tip is to set a time limit on how long you use social media each day. For example, you might decide to spend only 30 minutes a day on social media. This can help you avoid feeling overwhelmed.
That's a great idea. You can use apps or settings on your phone to help you track your time. Another tip is to choose positive content. Follow accounts that inspire you or teach you something new. For example, you can follow educational pages, motivational speakers, or artists that you admire.
This way, your social media feed can become a source of inspiration rather than negativity. Don't forget to take breaks. It's important to step away from screens and spend time with friends and family in real life.
You can plan activities like going for a walk, having a meal together, or even just chatting without any devices.
Taking breaks can help recharge your mind and improve your mood.
Finally, always practice critical thinking. Before believing something you see online, check the facts. If you see a news article or a post that seems surprising, take a moment to verify it from a reliable source.
This helps prevent the spread of misinformation and keeps you informed with accurate information.
So, those are some simple tips for using social media in a healthy way.
Now let's wrap up our discussion and share some final thoughts. Today we discussed the good and bad sides of social media. We talked about how it connects us with friends and family, provides access to information, and allows for creativity. But we also covered some negative aspects, like mental health issues, cyberbullying, misinformation, and addiction.
Remember, social media is not only good or bad, it's really about how we use it. By being mindful of our usage and following the tips we shared today, we can enjoy the benefits while minimizing the downsides.
We want to hear from you. Let us know what you think about social media on our social media pages. Share your experiences, tips, or even your favorite accounts to follow.
Thanks for listening to the English Hustle podcast. We hope you found this discussion helpful.
See you next time. Don't forget to take some breaks from your screens.